Hello, everybody. My name is Ali, and welcome to creating a game world in Unity 3D. The task was to create a game world in Unity 3D using internal tools such as Polybrush and ProBuilder, and external tools like Autodesk Maya and Adobe Photoshop. The initial idea was to create a Yakuza 0 type game world. However, after some thinking, the idea of modernizing a Doom world seemed even better. With the idea decided, I gathered pictures of the different Doom games and created a mood board in Photoshop. The mood board gave me inspiration to create my own map, so I went off and sketched out my own map in Microsoft Paint because sometimes the simplest of tools are the most effective ones. With the drawing looking 2D, I went into Unity and started making it into a 3D reality. But soon I ran into the problem of not knowing how big I wanted my 3D world to be. Unity has infinite space, so the scale of an object couldn't be told. This is when an idea kicked in: modeling in Minecraft. The idea was amazing because it solved the problem of the unknown scale in Unity, and with the help of Mineways, I could export Minecraft structures into Unity. After creating multiple variations in Minecraft, I decided on a design I liked. The only problem with it was that the textures were too low quality, so I could not use it as a final model. Apart from using Minecraft to model, I also tried to model in Unity using Polybrush and ProBuilder to create an island for the Doom map to sit on top of. I also tried to create a cube map custom skybox using Photoshop, but due to the bad quality, it was only temporary. Once whiteboxing everything was done, I went into Maya to create a finalized design for the floating island. I wasn't planning to sculpt mountains in Maya, I simply wanted to create a base for the mountains to sit on. I used a cylinder to create a circular island shape with a small but not pointy bottom. I went into Mudbox, which specializes in creating sculptures, to sculpt the island mountains. After many tries, I made a top that I was happy with. Although Mudbox does not have a UV mapping tool directly, it is able to send models into Maya, which has a UV map tool. While Maya was open, I also modeled the main map or building, along with a pedestal and some rocks for debris. Once all of them were UV mapped, I exported them as objects into Substance Painter, where I created modern, old, and custom textures for each object. For the pedestal, I used Unity's Material Creator to make a gold metallic texture. Now that everything had textures, I placed them into Unity and replaced the white box models. With that, the exterior and interior were complete. Next, I added some fog under the island to give it a death pit vibe, using a particle effect for fog and a black transparent cylinder on top of it to finish the effect. I also used the particle system to create different colored fire to place on top of the pedestals. After particle effects, I tackled lighting internally and externally. I used spotlights to light up the pillars on the bottom floor, area lights to light up the floors, and point lights to emit light from the colored flames. It took only 18 bakes of lighting, but the result was good. Finally, I added monster-like creatures and their animations by going onto Mixamo and getting their pre-made, pre-rigged models and adding their own animations. I also used Unity's internal animator to make the characters walk cycles and have them loop forever. All of the work done in Unity has been versioned into GitHub Desktop regularly with frequent pushes and weekly merges to the main branch. There were some tools I wanted to use in Unity, like the Polybrush tool, to model the mountain terrain a bit more, but due to the file size going above 100 MB every time, I was unable to do so. The next steps would be to have dynamic audio management, custom visual effects, and optimizing the game world. Thanks for watching.